what's on my mind this weekend, being Saturday morning, is I was just sitting here thinking about all the things that we got going on right now and the growth. And I know I just touch on this topic a lot, but it's so true. I remember back to whenever you're expanding and you're stepping out of your comfort zone, which I talked about comfort zone, a couple weeks ago. I think I posted that on here. And getting outside that comfort zone. Well, whenever you're inside your comfort zone, you start to get to a point where you're like lethargic and tired, and you just like it's monotonous. It gets to be monotonous, doing the same things every single day when you probably shouldn't be doing those things anymore. They should be someone that you hire should be doing them, or when you're just not growing is when I'm the most tired, ornery, aggravated, almost like a depressed feeling when it's just when you just sit inside that comfort zone. And I think back to 2013 when we bought the 8 units. Well, I should say the 4 unit. Like I was jacked up. I was pumped up. It was a $200,000 deal. If I did that same $200,000 deal today, I'm like not. I wouldn't be jacked up because I've done that before. It's old news. I'm like, it's not expanding my boundaries. It's not expanding the horizons. It's if anything, it could be contracting because when you're not growing, you're shrinking, right? And so a few years later after that, like got to the point where we bid off a $1.2 million deal, a $3.3 million deal, a $6 million deal. And a couple months after we closed a $6 million deal, I was able to invest $100,000 into another company, which was a business. And I'd never really done that before. And so like when you're doing all these new things, yet you're still in your niche, you're still in your arena, but you're doing these new things, you're expanding, you're growing, that expansion and growth and stepping out of that comfort zone, even if it's just one step, like I talked about in the video from a few weeks ago on how to better succeed, even if it's just one step, it makes you feel so much more energized. You never even think about tired, like you don't even recognize it. You don't think about being sad. You don't get aggravated. You're always happy. So it's like whatever your profession is, whatever your craft is, whatever your niche is. And if you get to a point, and when you're doing those things, when you're focused on them, and you get to a point where it's not as fun as it used to be, or you're aggravated, or you're depressed, or you're sad, or you're tired all the time, or you got a hard time waking up in the morning, or whatever it might be, you got to remember that you got to take what you're doing and you got to amplify it. You need to expand. You need to take the next step. And what you're going to find is that you're going to be a lot happier. You're not going to be depressed. It's going to be easy to wake up in the morning. It's going to be, you might not sleep at night because you're so excited to wake up the next day. You might not need 8 hours of sleep anymore. You might need 6. You might not need 10 hours of sleep anymore. You might need only 8 because you're that excited about what's going on in life. And once you step out of that comfort zone and you start to make progress and you start to expand, once you start to make progress where your comfort zone grows and reaches to where you are, as it's growing, it's a lot of fun because as that's growing, you're starting to have success, right? And then what happens over time is where you're standing, which was outside your comfort zone expanded as you started to have more success being outside your comfort zone. You're inside your comfort zone again. And things can get monotonous and things can get, it gets back to how it was before, right? What do you do then? Take another step outside of your comfort zone. And it doesn't have to be all about money. It doesn't have to be about, it's just whatever you're doing in life, whatever you like to do, take a step outside your comfort zone. Working out, relationships, in business, being an employee if you're an employee, because it's not just about owning a business either. Ask for more responsibilities, like prove to the boss that you can handle those responsibilities and grow with your family, like traveling, whatever it is. Do something that makes you uncomfortable if what you're doing is comfortable and it feels monotonous. Break it up, change it up. Don't completely like shift like necessarily like niches, industries, or what you're doing, because your main thing is still probably your main thing and what you like to do is still probably what you love to do. It just maybe needs to be a little bit bigger scale, or it needs to push you a little bit more, or it needs to be a little bit harder. Everyone's so worried about getting out of that comfort zone and they think that inside the comfort zone they're protected when really being inside that comfort zone is going to destroy you in the long run. And I've had to remind myself of this. I'm so reinvigorated right now, or re-energized maybe. I'm not even sure what reinvigorated means, if that's the right word or not, but I'm so re-energized right now because of the fact that I'm going after a $51 million property while I have, a $3.2 million property under contract. If I just had the $3.2 million deal under contract, I'd kind of be like, yeah, this is fun, this is great. But it's kind of the same old thing now. It's kind of monotonous, right? But even if I fail going after this $51 million deal, $51 million deal, like every day right now I'm waking up, I'm like, I'm jacked up, I'm ready to go, I'm excited, like it's on my mind, I'm like thinking and strategizing and having conversations with people that are growing me. So find a way to get out of that comfort zone, and what you're going to see is as your comfort zone expands to once again catch up to you, that's going to be the most fun. Whenever you make your comfort zone catch up to you, because you're already standing outside it, when it starts to tick forward and catch up to you, that means you're starting to see success in something that you haven't done before. That's the best. Go get there.